week on Perspective, mass shooting and the mood in America. It was 5 after 10 on a Sunday night when the first shots rang out in Las Vegas. Some in the crowd of country music fans thought it was fireworks until they saw bodies beginning to fall.
There's a mass shooting from the Mandalay Bay.
It was frantic, terrifying mayhem for more than an hour before a police SWAT team broke through the door of a hotel room on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Hotel. The gunman, Stephen Paddock, was dead, surrounded by an arsenal of high-powered weapons and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. As frantic survivors and first responders struggled to get help for those who were shot, the scope of the horror began to emerge.
We need your truck. We just need to get people over to the hospital, okay? Okay.
Some 500 people injured, 58 people dead. Once again, America grieved the victims of a mass shooting, and a president became consoler-in-chief.
We cannot be defined by the evil that threatens us or the violence that incites such terror. We're defined by our love, our caring, and our courage.
This was a scripted Donald Trump, a very different president than the one who just a day earlier tossed paper towels into a crowd in Puerto Rico, the American territory devastated by Hurricane Maria. This past week, it was estimated less than 10% of the island had power, and remote areas are still without food, water, or medical aid. Add to these tragedies the recent hurricanes and flooding in Texas and Florida, the increasing concern about North Korea and its nuclear weapons, the ongoing investigations into Russia's meddling in last year's U.S. election, the controversy over athletes kneeling during the national anthem, the political flare-ups fueled by Trump's tweets. All of this had our Perspective team wondering about the mood in America. On our program today, we'll speak to James Fallows, an award-winning journalist for The Atlantic magazine who has spent years traveling across the U.S. talking to Americans about their hopes and fears for the future. That's coming up in a few minutes. But we begin in Las Vegas. Cindi Moon Reed is a journalist with the Las Vegas Weekly. Last Sunday, she attended that country music festival, planning to write a music review. She left the concert before the horror began. Cindi, when you were at the concert, how would you describe the atmosphere?
It was a really lovely, calm day. Vegas gets really hot in the summer, so when it's autumn, it's finally nice outside. So everybody just loves to be relaxing and having fun, and it was just great. Everybody was happy and enjoying life, dancing, enjoying good food. Everybody's very friendly.
And how did you hear about what happened?
So I had left the concert early to attend a different event, and then when I was at home and about to go to bed, I checked Facebook because I'm addicted to social media, and some of my friends on Facebook had just posted, "There's a shooter, this is not a joke," and so it was like, I didn't even know what was going on. Like, I was finding out about it in real time, and I was doing everything I could to find out if my friends were safe or what was happening. Because, there's nothing in the news yet. I happened to go on the internet and live stream the police scanner. And so I was listening to what the police were telling each other in real time. And at first it didn't seem like it was going to be that big of a deal. And then it just got worse and worse, and worse, and until it became what it is to be today.
We've all watched some of the stories being told of some of the victims and, of course, the survivors as too, but I'm curious to know what it's been like in Las Vegas for people trying to go about their everyday life. What's that been like?
I have been really inspired and touched by just how our community has come together. We're known to be a transient city. People come and go. There's not a long history of this being a community, and so I feel like that changed in response to this tragedy. I have good friends that are organizing relief efforts They've been coordinating different restaurants who have been cooking around the clock and delivering food to first responders. And because this is Vegas, it's like gourmet restaurants and delicious food. And people have been organizing charity concerts, fundraisers. Everybody, whatever it is that they have to give, they have been giving. I've been wanting to donate blood, but it's been so crowded at the blood bank that I haven't even gotten a chance to donate yet. But like last night, again, because it's Vegas, there was a fundraiser for the victims at a beloved bar downtown, and local craft brewers were donating beer to be sold for, the proceeds to go to victims. It's been an amazing, tragic time.
You have written about the idea of freedom and what freedom means, not only in Las Vegas, but more broadly. I'm interested to know how this event has maybe changed your ideas about freedom, if at all.
I've always been kind of a live and let live person. And I mean, I've kind of stood on the sideline of the gun debate because it's kind of like, who wants to delve into that? And so now I feel like, if you're alone in the woods by yourself, you can have absolute freedom to do anything you want because nobody's there. You're not going to hurt anybody. But you also have to balance that with the fact that we live in a society of other people. And so, with freedom comes, I guess you have to choose which freedoms you want. And I think that sensible gun regulation, giving up a little bit of that godlike feeling of power when you have a automatic machine gun is worth that if you can you can preserve somebody else's freedom to live. I mean, there should be a freedom to go to a concert with your friends without feeling like you're going to be murdered.
Cindi, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.